Welcome to this channel. To view list of topic of your interest, go to playlist and select it. To increase the speed of narration, click on three dots as above and increase the speed from normal to higher ones. To enjoy videos, please use headphones. Thank you. In this class, we will see rule number 4. There is one number which you need to know. Company employee encounter and employee customer encounter. Service recovery cost and its consequences go unnoticed. Leaders of some hospitality or service organization very proudly say that they are the leaders in service recovery. This is a complete stupidity. As a owner of company, I would never ignore service recoveries in my organization and always monitor the number of service recoveries done in a day and the cost of service recovery. I would like to know the staff wise service recoveries done to identify his or her training needs and further course of action. Analysis of service recovery incidents must be done and root cause shall be eliminated. World-class organizations monitor and reduce service recovery costs. Service recovery to follow a last. That is, you need to listen, you need to apologize, you need to solve the customer issue, you need to thank you. So, like an iceberg, these are the big hidden costs. Great organizations monitor service recovery cost and take appropriate action to reduce the same. Employee engagement is linked with service recovery incidents. Non-engaged employees will mostly do the mistakes in service and this needs to be found out and engagement efforts are required to be put in place. Service recovery cost is hidden cost which never gets noticed, which is a big dent in your profitability. The concept of synergy is essence of human sigma. Here you can see employee will is connected to the customer will and overall financial vitality. These three wills, they are interdependent. So the real benefit of human sigma comes when organizations approach the employee customer encounter, that is ECE, as an interdependent and synergetic systems. They are not independent. You can't separate employee experience with your company and your customer experience with the employees as a separate entities along with the financial vitality of your organization. They are interdependent. When your company manages employee and customer engagement using a human sigma approach, they can potentiate, strengthen and drive your organization's financial vitality. Engaged employees create engaged customers who foster organizational success by delivering positive financial outcomes. Customer engagement versus employee engagement scatter plot. In this scatter plot, you can see the employee engagement on horizontal axis. Employee engagement is low, starts from here, and employee engagement is at high. Along y-axis, you plot customer engagement. Near x-axis, 0-axis, you can have low customer engagement and high customer engagement at this. Once you plot this, you find a scatter plot where in the first quadrant you can find optimized units of your organization. Customer and employee engagement interact to promote an enhanced level of financial vigor throughout the organization. This relationship is depicted by plotting individual units located at various places. The scores on these metrics along with two axes representing local employee and customer engagement scores, which each dot representing an individual unit in the chain. By looking at this scatter plot, it is easy to see a considerable variation in performance on employee and customer engagement at local levels. This scatter plot shows 4 cases. In quadrant 1, you find the high employee engagement as well as high customer engagement. This is optimized unit or optimized store, you can say. The partially optimized are basically employee engagement is at high level and customer engagement is at high level. So anyone is at high level but not the both. And obviously this third quadrant, you can see here customer and employee engagement is low. So we will be talking about the quadrant 1 right now. It reveals that the local business units that score above the database median on employee and customer engagement metrics, those are optimized stores or units, are on an average 3.4 more profitable or financially effective than other units that rank in the bottom half of both measures. Or I can say partially optimized means either high in employee engagement or maybe high in the customer engagement. They are also twice effective in case of finance or financial profitability, that are high performance on one but not the both cases of the vital signs, that is company employee engagement and employee customer engagement. A business unit that moves from the non-optimized quadrant like this non-optimized to the optimized one will see 3.4 times the gain in performance compared to units that stays in the non-optimized quadrants. Means these units need to be moved to the optimized one to make them 3.4 times more profitable as compared to these units. Gallup survey found that optimized human sigma stores generated $21 more in earning per square foot of retail space on average than all other stores combined. Impact coefficients for human sigma quadrants and human sigma performance bands. Here the same thing again, the previous plot which we'll see. This quadrant 1 3.4 times more profitable. Employee engagement and customer engagements are at level high. In quadrant 2 you can find employee engagement is high but customer engagement is low. In third quadrant you can see the employee engagement is low as well as customer engagement is low. This is non-optimized and this is optimized. In quadrant 4 the case is customer engagement is high but the employee engagement is low. So organizations with high employee and high customer engagement are 3.4 times more effective financially than the organizations appearing at the bottom half of the both measurements. This is the shaded area. Organizations with high scores in any one parameter, like either in employee engagement or customer engagement, are approximately 2 times effective financially as compared to organizations appearing at the bottom half of two measures. This 1.7 times profitable, which is approximated 2 times. Again, these impact coefficients, there are various bands. Human sigma performance band we'll see right now. Human sigma scores ranges from 1 to 6. You can see human sigma band 1 that is multiplying factor 1 to the profitability. Human sigma band 2 multiplying factor to your profitability is 1.8. Human sigma band 3 multiplying factor is 2.5. You can say approximately 3 to your profitability. Human sigma band 4 you can see 3.8 multiplication factor to your profitability. Human sigma band 5 that is 4.5 times your profitability will grow. Human sigma band 6 that your profitability will go by 5.2 times. So these bands you can see the employee engagement is high and customer engagement is high. The highest profitability multiplying factor is 5.2. Generally around the globe it is only 1%. So below that, if your employee engagement reduces and customer engagement also reduces, your profitability is multiplied by 4.5, that is human sigma band 5, which is generally 14%. Further your employee engagement and customer engagement drops, you come down to the level HSB4, that is 3.8 times your profit grows. These are 19% only. If your employee engagement drops further and customer engagement drops further, you come to the band HSB3, that is 2.5, which is 29%. Further drop in your employee engagement and customer engagement brings you down to your profitability multiplying factor 1.8. Generally these are 32% companies, and last one is low employee engagement and low customer engagement. These are the 5% companies. Beyond that your company can't survive. Generally, the companies can't survive between the HSB1 and HSB2. As early as possible, they need to bring a lock to put on their company. So, Human Sigma score ranges from 1 to 6 approximation and allows us to classify units to 6 broad performance bands. Impact coefficient represents the relative levels of revenue growth within the 6 bands of Human Sigma performance. For example, business units at Human Sigma band 6 gives you 5.2 times the revenue growth than the units in Human Sigma band 1. Units those on high employee engagement without engaging their customers suffer from amphiloskepsis. They are too inwardly focused and they have lost their direction. Human Sigma performance bands, again we are going to see. Units those are only engaging customers and not the employees are living on borrowed time, providing their customers with excellent services by sheer force of will or plain dumb luck. You will find high employee turnover in this kind of companies. This is shown by shaded area. Over the long term, customer engagement in these units will erode and lack of employee engagement will eat away profitability and productivity. At Human Sigma band 4, these organizations are emerging optimized performance. They have established balance in vital signs of employee customer encounter, that is ECE, but they can gain substantial improvement by strengthening these signs, that is employee customer encounter. Unit at HSB 5 and 6 have hit their stride and are extremely healthy performance. These units often make a disproportionate contribution to total company financial performance. Means these 1% units are standing distinctively and making more profit than any other unit compared in your organization. Service organizations should strive to become high performing Human Sigma organizations by moving as many of their local units as possible to HSB 5 and 6. To accomplish this, organizations must reduce local performance variability and increase overall performance in balanced and deliberate way. Moving to higher bands of Human Sigma gives you assurance of protection from big investment failures. Organizations growing bigger and bigger must implement Human Sigma beforehand to ensure success of new investments, new businesses. If you promise to your stakeholders that you are going from 50,000 crore to 1 lakh crore, then obviously before engaging your resources to build a large organizations, you must start implementing Human Sigma in your service places. If you invest in future business and you don't have employee engaged, there may be a big danger of overall collapse of the business. For large organizations to sustain, service organizations must maintain HSB level 5 and 6 at any cost. HSB level 5 and 6 assures your organization's sustainability over long period, financial vitality, high performance and growth. The multiplying factor to your profit will be 4.5 and 5.2 in HSB 6 as compared to the units which are at HSB level 1. An amazing thing about impact coefficients of Human Sigma quadrants and levels is that they follow the nature's phi function, that is HS band 1 profitability is given by it is 1. If your company moves to the band 2, profitability is multiplied by 2, and then 3, then 4, then 5 and so on. So to understand more about these amazing numbers on which entire universe is designed, click the link. It is to separate video on phi, that is perfect number of nature, that is 1.61803. The relationship of phi function to unit level financial performance is directly related to the golden ratio, that is 1.618034, that is rounded number. Physicist Stephen Wolfram has argued that nature uses simple programs such as those based on phi to generate complexity, and it turns out that nature loves the kind of growth Human Sigma exemplifies.